Allah. Some of y'all don't know what that means, so I'm going to explain it. Qawm meaning rise. Yasha Allah being our people, so-called blacks, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans. The Most High has sent us out here so that we can raise our people up from the dumps and from the slums that we currently living in. Believe it or not, according to the Bible, God said that he would punish us and put us under cursed conditions if we chose not to follow and obey his words. And that's the reason why we have the lifestyles that we have today. I was talking about it just a minute ago. Only so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are living in these conditions that we living in. It seems like we want zero to no help on how to get out of it. We the only people out here suffering from the things that we suffer from, and nobody seems to want to change it. It seems like we comfortable living in the conditions that we living in. We like being oppressed, so-called black man, so-called Latino man. We like being oppressed. We love being at the bottom of the barrel. We love having to beg and ask our master just for a little bit of relief. We the only nation of people on this earth who get treated the way we get treated by our enemies and don't fight back. Y'all don't find that strange? But it's okay, because we're going to talk about it. Let's open up the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. Hey, somebody got some extra water?
In my bag.
Yeah.
Water out my bag.
How you doing, brother?
Was it 6 and 6?
4 and 6.
The water.
Amigo, sir, you speak English? No, not really? Go ahead.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Now I need y'all to really understand what's going on. My brother right here in the car, how you doing? God said in the book, listen up. God said in the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6, he said, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
The reason why we're destroyed for a lack of knowledge, my people, is because we reject knowledge. We reject it. I could be out here showing you right now, hey, according to the Bible, we God's chosen people. According to the Bible, the kingdom of heaven is for us. But our people reject it. Go ahead.
I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no more a priest to me.
Now here's the cold part. God said that he would reject us. Because we reject the information from God, he said that I'm going to reject you. The reason why we're upset that there's police brutality all throughout our communities is because God rejected us. The reason that we're upset that our family members are dying from all these type of diseases, all these different type of cancers, is because God has rejected us. Because we rejected him. And here's the cold part. Everybody who has the opportunity to listen to what's being brought out right now, this is all being recorded. God said he has had enough of our people living the lifestyles that we live in. Sitting here saying we believe in God, and we live in a lifestyle that's completely contrary. Read it from the top.
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
Go to the book of Isaiah chapter 30. Because we don't come out here to lie to our people. A lot of our people, y'all gonna get ready to go to church tomorrow morning just to get lied to. And then on top of that, you gotta pay the man that's lying to you.
Bring it out.
Y'all gonna pay the man to lie to you. Our people been in church since the days of slavery. Ain't nothing changed. As a matter of fact, it only seems to be getting worse.
Say that.
From Adams all the way down to Rosecrans, going down Vermont, you gonna count like 60 plus churches. Why do our communities look like the way they look? Does it seem like God is in the run? Does it seem like God is dealing with us? No, he isn't. And the reason why God is not dealing with us is because of the lifestyles that we live. You could be offended if you want to, but believe it or not, this is real love according to the Bible.
Bring it up.
Want that? Give me Isaiah 58:1. Because some of y'all might be like, man, shut the hell up, you full of it. And that's fine. You ain't gotta like what I'm saying. I ain't make up these words. All I am is a vessel. And if I didn't care about you, I wouldn't say nothing. But guess what? I'm spending my time. I could be at home chilling. But I'd rather be out here dealing with my people because we're the people who need it the most.
Bring it up.
Read this.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Cry aloud, spare not.
Some people like, man, why you got the loudspeaker system? God said, cry aloud and spare not. Meaning, guess what? I can't spare the way you feeling. I can't spare you because guess what? The lifestyle that you live in is going to lead you to hell. I can't spare your feelings. So God said, cry aloud and spare not. What else did he say?
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet,
Uh-huh.
and show my people their transgression.
My brother right here, how you doing? Salute to you. God said we gotta show our people the error in their ways. It's not good enough for me to turn a blind eye. I'm seeing my brothers out here getting ready to kill my other brothers. How am I turn a blind eye to that? Is that love? Moses putting the Egyptian to death for harming and harassing one of his people. He couldn't turn a blind eye. The time for turning a blind eye is over. It's over. We come out here to show our people the error in our ways. Now there's two ways you can go about it. There's only two ways you can go about it. One, you can listen and adhere and change. Or two, you can reject it and hate it. But either way, the choice is yours. That's the beauty of the Most High. He didn't create no robots. God said, I want people that's going to genuinely love me because of what I said.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And the house of Jacob their sins.
We have to show our people their sins. Sister right here, how you doing? Are you a Christian? You got time for God? Let me talk to you for a couple of minutes then. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy. What's your name? Aisha. Yashamai. Pleasure to meet you. And this is all love. I don't know how much you've heard about the truth. It's okay. According to the Bible, did you know that so-called blacks and Latinos were God's chosen people? You remember Kanye was saying that not too long ago? He said, we the real Jews. And they kept trying to say he was being anti-Semitic. No, that's the truth. We are really the people of the book. But the problem is God has cursed us. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy 28 real quick. God has cursed us because we actually don't listen to what he said. Read verse 15. Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now go to chapter 1 and verse 1 so I can show you in context who he's talking to. Because I'm tired of people taking this Bible and saying, well, it's universal. It fits all these. No, he's being specific. Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
The whole world.
All Israel.
He's only talking to us. Now go back to chapter 28. Read verse 16. So he said, look, if you don't listen to me, I'm going to curse you. Look at one of the curses was. Go ahead.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Look at our cities. You go through Compton. You go through Watts. Look at our cities. We're suffering from murder, violence, drugs. Look at our cities. It's pissy streets, bums, prostitution. You don't see that when you go to Beverly Hills. People take vacations to go to Dubai to get away from all this. These are our cities. Read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
We was in those fields getting whipped. And we still in those fields today. Our Latino brothers out there picking rice. Go ahead.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Why is it the food in our stores cause cancer? It's okay. I want you to get some of our information. Get a sister a flyer. I want you to come learn with us. All praise. I'm glad you took the time out your day to stop and listen. You have a great day. But that's what we need more of, our people to actually give their time to God. How is it we calling ourselves Christians, we devout Christians, and then when the Bible coming out, we running away from it?
That part.
What the hell is that about? And that's the cold part, because damn near everybody out here is going to sit here and say that you a Christian or you a Catholic. How is it you ain't got no time for God? And then today is the Sabbath day. The seventh day of the week where God commanded us to rest. But we ain't got no time for God. Oh, y'all gonna hear a mouthful today. Now let's go back to that book of Isaiah chapter 30. Because I'm gonna show you God is, he's very frustrated with how we living. It's a lot of hypocrisy here in America. America likes to make laws out of convenience. When you want to serve God, then you do things when it's convenient. That's not what God is looking for. That's not how Abraham obtained the love of God, by doing things that was convenient. He was obedient. But let's read that. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 8.
Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book.
It's a reason why after all these years, after 400 plus years of slavery, y'all, we still have this Bible. It's a reason for that. It's a reason. God said write it down. Go ahead.
That it may be for a time to come forever and ever.
God said he wanted these words to be written down for us forever. In a time of slavery when they wasn't allowing niggas to read, God still said keep this word so they will have it forever.
Bring it out.
Now you can't even pay a black or a Latino person to read. You want to hide something, you do what?
Put it in the book.
You put it in a book, because our people don't like to read. How you doing, brother?
Why would you read a book?
Why would we read a book? Because we can get so much instruction out of a book. Yeah, but that's not the case for everything, brother. Come deal with me. Let's talk. Let's talk. But that's the thing. We have to be open to the idea of being wrong. Some of our people can't even accept that we've been living a lifestyle that's wrong. How is God supposed to deal with somebody like that? If you sit there saying, I'm good, I don't need no help, where is God going to come in and fix and do things in your life? Go read on.
That this is a rebellious people.
You see that? The Bible calls our people rebellious. We are a rebellious people. You don't even have to pay us to be rebellious. It's just embedded within our DNA. We just want to disobey. It's time to change. Go ahead.
Lying children.
Lying children. We the only people on the face of this earth who get upset when our kids and our children lie to us, but you lying to them their whole childhood. Your kid is 7, 8 years old, and he expected a fat white man to come down the chimney and leave him some damn presents. Your kids losing their teeth, and they worried about the tooth fairy giving them some money. We lied to our kids since day one, and they got the nerve to be mad when they grow up and lie to us. I'm trying to show you something, my people. We sitting here lying to our kids, telling them, oh, Christmas, that's Jesus Christ's birthday. That ain't found nowhere in the Bible.
No.
Why do we lie to our children? Why do we lie to ourselves? Brother, let me help you out. I don't need no help. Yes, the hell you do. You at the bottom. You need the most help. Read on.
Children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
You see that? We want to hear everything else. We want to hear YG talking about twerking. We want to hear this. We want to hear that. But we don't want to hear about the laws of God. It's a problem in our communities. It is a problem. Go ahead.
With shades of the seers, see not.
You see, the people who were once set up to actually look out for the well-being of our people, we tell them, hey, stop looking out for our best interests. I don't want to hear that right now. That's not convenient to the lifestyle I want to live. I'm out here getting this money. I'm out here messing with these females. Women out here trying to get these niggas. Guap it and stop it. Cash rule everything around me. I'm trying to get to the bag. We want to hear all of that, but we don't want to hear the laws of God. Go ahead.
And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
What they want to hear?
Speak unto us smooth things.
You see that? People want to get the sugar-coated stuff. I'm not out here to lie to you, tell you sweet stuff. I'm going to tell you like it is.
That's right.
According to the Bible, if we don't change, we going to go to hell. Now, some of us are so accustomed to living in this hell, we don't even mind it.
Yeah.
We've been fighting all our life. We've been struggling all our life. It can't get no much worse than this, right? Well, guess what? It can. And it will, believe it or not. Go ahead.
Prophesy deceits.
You see, prophesy deceits. That's what our people like to hear. Y'all about to get ready to put on an Easter egg hunt for your kids in the name of Jesus Christ. And that ain't nowhere in this Bible.
Hello.
How you doing, brother? How you doing, man? What's your name? Drew. Yashimai. Pleasure meeting you. All praise be to the Most High. So this is not your first time hearing about that you an Israelite. All praises. And that's the beauty of God. Because some people, they probably hear this at face value like, man, them niggas is tripping. Nah, I'm mad because I'm tired of seeing my people living like how we living. And God is too. Our people don't even understand. Go to Isaiah 14. We always, man, I've been hearing about the kingdom of heaven since I was a kid. And I never even wanted to open the Bible and see what exactly that was. But God tells us what the kingdom is like if we obey. Watch this, read verse 1.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, God said he's choosing us. Read.
And set them in their own land.
Bro, we about to get our own land back. Our people get creative. We try to say, oh, we all African. You can't claim the whole continent of Africa. Which country do we come from if we're African? Our people don't have those answers. Not even knowing that Jerusalem, that is our homeland. My sisters right here, how y'all doing? We out here teaching the Bible. You got time for God or you busy? Okay, well guess what? Take some of this information because this is going to save y'all soul. So read on.
And set them.
Get some of our information, brother. We got a school not too far from here, man. I want you to link up with us. Brothers, get the Instagram and all of that. It's time for our people to build. Yeah, man.
All right.
Pleasure meeting you, bro. Read on, though.
And set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them. And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
Look, y'all not even ready for that type of conversation. So I'm going to pull it back a little bit, right? Because the whole thing is our people have to be shown where they're going wrong. A lot of times, if you're not even willing to admit that you're wrong, then it's going to be hard to accept that correction. But let's go to the book of Leviticus chapter 11. Because our people, blacks and Latinos, y'all love eating that shrimp. Y'all love eating that crab and that lobster. But that's killing us. God told us in the Bible that you're a special people. I designed you differently from the way I designed everybody else. I gave you guys a diet. You can't eat what you want. But because we disobey God, now we got the fat ankles. Now we got the high cholesterol and blood pressures. Now we getting all these different type of worms and all these weird parasites in our bodies from eating all this unclean food. Let's read that, Leviticus 11:1.
And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts.
Look, there's no confusion in the Bible. God said, these are the animals you can eat. There was no question mark behind it. There was no type of insertion of, well, whatever you think is clean. He said, this is what you can eat. Read on.
Whatsoever parteth the hoof, and is cloven footed, and cheweth the cud.
So things like beef, cows, deer, ox, these type of animals are good for consumption, black people. These are the foods that we can eat, Latino people. But what can't we eat? Go ahead.
Nevertheless,
how you doing, brother?
These shall ye.
You got time to talk to me for a little bit? Man, you know today is the Sabbath day. I would be less of a brother to let you continue to go on and do that. According to the Bible, if you're buying anything today, you're worthy of death. According to the Bible. Because today is the Sabbath day. Let me show you real quick, 2 minutes. Let's go to the book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 1. All right. At least let me bring this out to you so you can do it with a clear conscience. Go ahead.
The book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 1. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the hosts of them. And on the seventh day.
On the seventh day, which today is Saturday, the seventh day of the week. What?
God ended his work, which he had made. And he rested.
And he rested. Go to the book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 14. God said he rested, and he commanded that all of us do the same. Go ahead.
Look back to this 34 and 14. For thou shalt worship no other God.
I think 35.
35. The book of Exodus, chapter 35.
No, that's not it. 35 and verse 2.
The book of Exodus, chapter 35, verse 2. 6 days shall work be done.
6 days we got work to do. From Sunday to Friday, you can work. You can work as much as you want. You can put in 80 hours. But what?
But on the 7th day,
But on the 7th day, today is the 7th day, y'all. On the 7th day, this is what we cannot do. Read.
there shall be to you an holy day, a Sabbath of rest.
This is a Sabbath of rest. This is a holy day for our people. Go ahead.
To the Lord. Whosoever doeth work therein
Whosoever doeth any work today is what?
shall be put to death.
I don't know why we think God is playing. Brothers be leaving Saturday to go out and do it and never make it back home Sunday. And we wonder why. Because they was breaking the Sabbath.
Break it out.
Why do we think God is playing? Why have we allowed the white man to lie to us about what the God of this Bible is? We've been bamboozled and lied to think that you can do whatever the hell you want and God don't care. That he's just going to love you regardless. You don't even treat your own children like that. You think our Heavenly Father is getting down like that? Get real. Our people are out here suffering because of sin. But the problem is we don't even know what sin is. Let's get what sin is according to the Bible. 1 John 5 and 3. 3 and 4 at the water. 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. Because there's always this big mystery on what sin is. You ask somebody, what is sin? They're going to say, well, it's doing bad stuff. What is bad stuff? Anything that's not good. Well, what's good? You know what's good. Come on now. What we got to do? Why we playing these games? I'm going to show you out the Bible what sin is.
Bring it out.
Go ahead.
Go.
The book of 1 John chapter 3 verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin.
Whosoever commits sin. It's about to give you the definition of sin out the Bible. Not your pastor, not your preacher, not your deacon, not your Facebook and Instagram gurus, but the Bible. Go ahead.
Transgresseth also the law.
Go ahead.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
Sin is when you transgress or break God's laws. These laws have been established since the beginning, my people. But we've been fooled to saying that, oh, the law was done away with. Then why the hell are you stopping at that red light? If the law is done away with, why don't you just run into the bank and steal all the cash? Because you know that there's consequences for breaking laws. Laws are universal. You got laws of gravity. Laws are universal. Was that all of that? Now give me John 14 and 15. Because now we got to show you what love is according to the Bible. Everybody talking about, oh, I love God. I love God. But yet you disobey God. How you doing, bro?
You good?
Hey, let me ask you something real quick. You a Christian?
Yeah, my family.
You believe in the Bible? Or you follow just because that's what you grew up off of?
Never been involved.
Okay. I appreciate your honesty. The problem with how we was brought up, bro, we've been taught lies since day one. According to the Bible, what does Jesus look like?
The same.
Huh?
The same.
No, what does he look like?
His ears, blonde hair.
What's his skin color?
Like white, a little white, a little dark.
Let's go to the book of Revelation, chapter 1. I'm going to show you out the Bible what Jesus looks like. And this is why I said it's a problem with how we was raised. Since I was a kid, I saw a white image of Jesus Christ. That's a lie. Nowhere in this Bible does it ever say Christ was a white man. Instead, it said he looked like this. Verse 14.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire. And his feet.
His feet. If I can see your feet, I know what the rest of your color of your body is, right? Let's see what his feet look like.
Like unto fine brass.
Fine brass. Brass is brown. Go ahead.
As if they burned in a furnace.
And not only that, it was burnt brass, so it was dark brown. So why is it that a lot of our people are sitting there praying at night to a white man? That's what you call slavery. That's why the Bible says it's time for our people to wake up and to repent. According to the Bible, so-called blacks, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans are God's chosen people. Go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. Let me show you. Because you probably never heard this before, so I want to set you off straight. So that when you leave here, you can think about it, hopefully, right? Watch this, Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
He said the children of Israel is a holy people. Watch this.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
It's a reason why we run sports, bro. So-called blacks and Latinos. We run sports everywhere we're at. And that's on a carnal level. You know all the inventions our people are responsible for? That they never told us they took the credit for. All the things, all the empires of the Aztecs and the Mayans, they took all that away from us and said, we're nothing but some wetbacks and some niggas. Read this, go ahead.
Above all the people that are upon the face of the earth.
God said we're better and above everybody on the face of this earth. It's a reason why we're not being taught that as a kid. It's because they want to keep us enslaved in our minds. The more that we think that we're nothing, the less we accomplish in life. The more we stay in sin, and the more we stay in sin, the more our neighborhoods look like this. The more we have to worry about police killing us. The more we have to worry about gang violence and drugs, prostitution, things of that nature. But see, the problem is, we're not being taught this in the churches. Easter Sunday's getting ready to come up. This is the last thing they're getting ready to bring out and show our people. They're not going to show our people that we being oppressed. You got that precept in Lamentations where it talks about how they hunt our steps. 4:17, right? Let me show, bro, the Bible is so deep, but our people have dumbed this book down just to think that we got to go to God just in a time of need or a time of crisis. Oh, I'm $500 short on my rent. God, please come from me. We never said, God, we're being oppressed by the white people. Save us. Why is that never in our prayers? God, our young kings is being killed by gang violence, senseless violence. Save us. Why is that never in our prayers? We've dumbed God down to a wallet. That's a shame. Our people should be ashamed of ourselves. So I want to show you this. The book of Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 17.
The book of Lamentations chapter 4 verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet veiled for our vain help.
We have vain help. You got people that lined up to vote for Joe Biden. What the hell has he done for you? Hey, man, at least I appreciate Trump. That nigga put some bread in my pocket. Joe Biden ain't did nothing. And we sitting here every single year, every 4 years, looking for some vain help. White people are not here to save us. Read on.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Yo, I'm gonna go to the bus shit.
For sure.
I appreciate it, though.
Hey, get on information, man.
Alright.
You got Instagram?
Yeah.
Somebody get his Instagram. Tap in with us. We got a school not too far from here.
Ed.FTP.
Here, give it to him.
Ed.FTP.
Your name? What's your name? Ed?
Ed, Eduardo, yeah.
Yashamai, pleasure meeting you, bro.
Alright, nice meeting y'all.
Yeah.
Great.
But that's what it's about. We have to make these connections with our people. We've been lied to, y'all.
Yeah.
We've been lied to. You too, bro. And that's a beautiful interaction. People who actually want to give their time over to God and say, you know what, there has to be something better. There has to be more to life than just waking up, clocking in, and getting paid. There has to be more to life than that.
Bring it out!
At what point are we going to live? All we do is survive. And we barely doing that. 4 days out of the week, you tread in water. The other 3, you below water. At what point do my people want to say, we want to live? Was that all of that? Lamentations?
How much time I got left?
10 minutes. 10 minutes. I got 10 minutes to speak to my people. My sister right here, how you doing? Are you a Christian?
Yes, I am.
You got time for God, or are you busy? You said you what? So can we give you some more information? We reading out the Bible. Okay, so let me ask you this. What's your nationality? According to the Bible. According to the Bible. You're not going to find that in the Bible. According to the Bible, you're God's chosen people. You're an Israelite. So according to the Bible, the Israelites are dark-skinned people. They look just like us. Jesus Christ himself was an Israelite. He was a Jew. That is who we are. But guess what? If you go to West Hollywood, you're going to see Jewish people. They're claiming to be you. They have stolen your identity. Watch this. One scripture. Go to the book of Revelation chapter 2 verse 9. I'm going to show you this. God is even upset because they're stealing our identity. The reason why we stay at the bottom, sis, is because we continue to label ourselves as black, African American, Jamaican, Belizean, Puerto Rican. These are all terms that was given to us during slavery. God never called us any of those things. When Moses was leading the people out of Egypt, he didn't say, hey, grab the Puerto Ricans and the Belizeans. He said, get the children of Israel.
That's right.
Watch this. Read this.
The book of Revelation chapter 2 verse 9.
And this is Christ speaking. Go ahead.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty.
God knows what we're going through. He said, I know your works, your tribulation, and your poverty. But watch this. Go ahead.
But thou art rich.
We're rich because we're the children of God.
That's right.
We have the opportunity to repent and live forever in the kingdom. But listen to this. Go ahead.
And I know the blasphemy.
The blasphemy, that means a blatant lie. He knows the blasphemy of who?
Of them which say they are Jews.
We're not saying we're Jews. We're saying we're black. We're saying we're African American. So God is upset with those white people claiming to be us. Read on.
And are not.
They're not the real Jews. That's why they call themselves Jewish. You a grown woman, but if you acting like a child, I'm gonna say you're childish. They're acting like the Jews. That's why they're Jewish. Go to Revelation 3 and 9, the next chapter. Read this.
The book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan.
Those who are claiming to be us, white people, the same people that drug us into slavery. God said they are the synagogue of Satan. Only somebody evil would do something like that to us. Go ahead.
Which say they are Jews and are not.
What is God gonna do?
But do lie, behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet.
God is gonna make them bow down and worship us at our feet. Go ahead.
And to know that I love thee.
He's gonna make them know that he only loves us. We've been lied to since they said God loves everybody. That is not in the Bible. Give me Joel chapter 2 verse 27. I didn't come out here to lie to my people. I want to tell y'all the truth. I want to set y'all free. I want you to go to sleep at night knowing who you really serve. We don't serve a white God. That is a lie. Read this.
The book of Joel chapter 2 verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel.
We should know God is in the midst of us. And what else?
And that I am the Lord your God.
And what?
And none else.
No, he's the God of everybody.
And none else.
He said he is the God of us and none else. What else?
And my people shall never be ashamed.
You see how possessive God is speaking about us? He said, my people. We come out here to speak to our people, my people. So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. The same people I see struggling at the bottom. Gasping for air, just trying to survive. This is who these words are being spoken to. Go back to that Hosea 4 and 6. A lot of people they have zero clue as to what the Bible is about. They only open up the Bible when they need some money, or they want a brand new car, or they want that house. God, look, don't get me started. Listen to this, Hosea 4 and 6.
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Again, God is being possessive. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. We're the only people on this earth who don't know who we are. If you ask an Asian man where is he from, he can tell you, I'm from China, I'm from Japan, or wherever he comes from. You ask us where we come from, we just say Africa. Guess what? People in Nigeria, they don't claim to be Ethiopian. People in Ghana don't claim to be Nigerian. We're the only people who don't know who we are. Read on.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Now we've gotten to a point to where our people reject the knowledge of God. I'm not out here asking for nobody's money. All I'm asking for is a little bit of your time. And our people reject it. You should see how they treat us, sis. They spit at us. They call us names. They say we crazy. They rolling up the window on us. All I'm trying to do is show you the truth. But read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
But guess what? Now we see what it feels like to be rejected by God. It's a reason why so-called Hispanics are scared of ICE. It's a reason why our people are being caged up by the borders. It's because we got rejected by God. It's a reason why we got drugged miles across the ocean, chained up on boats. It's because we got rejected by God. A lot of our people don't even know that the slavery was prophesied in the Bible. We have such a loving God. He didn't just do anything by chance, or I'm going to just pull a quick one on you. He gave us fair warning. He said, listen, I'm giving you these laws, these statutes, these commandments. If you do not listen, I am going to punish you severely. And guess what? We said, F you, God. I want to do what I want to do. Because I got my own life I'm trying to live. Then you got people talking about I got my own relationship with God. I ain't never read that in the Bible. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. Let me show you that our slavery was prophesied in the Bible. And I speak to all of us because we are the same people. The only thing that's different from so-called blacks and so-called Latinos is where you got off on that boat.
That's right.
Some of y'all got dropped off in South America, some got dropped off in Central America, and some of y'all came here. That's the only difference. Because guess what? All those countries you go to, we get no press just the same.
That's right.
Let me show you. Verse 68.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With ships. The word Egypt is symbolic to slavery because that's where God saved us the first time. Remember Moses had to save us out of Egypt? The Passover that we're getting ready to celebrate again? He said, so I'm not going to send you back to that Egypt. I'm going to send you to a spiritual Egypt. What's on the back of your dollar bill? A pyramid. This is spiritual Egypt. Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Because guess what? The whole majority of us, we ain't went back home. Have you been to Israel? Have you been to Israel? I ain't been to Israel. We haven't been back home because we're here in captivity. And the proof of that is your last name. That's the plantation you was under. Go ahead.
And there shall ye be sold.
No, we're gonna be what?
There shall ye be sold.
God said when we got off them slave ships, you was gonna be sold. Was we gonna be sold into our friends?
Unto your enemies.
But I know some good white people. They're not all bad.
Unto your enemies.
God said we was gonna be sold into our enemies. But here it is, that same person that bought and sold us has made it seem that just because you got a little bit straighter hair, because you speak a different language, that me and you are enemies. That is nonsense. These are the cursed conditions that God said we would be living under if we did not obey. Read verse 15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If we do not listen to God, this is what he's going to do to us, not everybody. That's why white people can walk around in their flip-flops and their short shorts. They're the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
This is their time to live it up. But as for us, God said he's going to punish us if we don't listen. Just like you would do with your kids. It's no difference. Right? Read on.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee.
You see that? God said, I'm going to curse you. And a curse isn't like some voodoo and you got a doll and you poking it with a pin. No, a curse is any bad predicament that you're in. When bad things are happening to you on a day-to-day basis, that is a curse.
Get out.
We're the only people who have to worry about getting our rent paid. Believe it or not. You know how easy it is for all these Asians and all these Arabs to come and open up shops in our neighborhoods? They get business loans for that. They can come from different countries and get business loans. But here it is, we're born and raised in this country, and you'd be hard-pressed to be able to start your own business. But you know what they would love to do? They'd love to send you off to college so that you can continue to be indoctrinated by the person who enslaved you. This is the reality of us, so-called blacks and Latinos. This is our reality. This is the truth. Go to the book of John, chapter 4, and verse 23. I appreciate you stopping, my sisters. And you look at that information on that page. Come get with us. TrueNation.org. It's my last scripture. Go ahead.
Verse 23.
The book of John, chapter 4, verse 23. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth.
Now is the time for the true worshipers of God. God ain't worried about the people who give a good old lip service and ain't hooping and hollering in the church talking about they love some Jesus. Those are the fake worshipers. Now is the time for the real worshipers to worship God in spirit and in truth. What else?
For the Father seeketh such to worship him.
That's who God is looking for to worship him. If that's in your spirit, then come get with us. Shalom.